The Pacific Theater in World War II was a devastating event that will never be forgotten. Some of the most influential events happened during and because of this time. Today we'll be discussing some of the things that were brought by the Pacific War.
During the war, there were some important battles and invasions. Japan invaded Manchuria, a large part of China, Indochina, the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Burma, New Guinea, and many other various territories in the Pacific Ocean. They also attacked Pearl Harbor, Darwin, Calcutta, and also some areas around these locations. Eventually, the Allied forces were able to fend off the Japanese, and the war ended with a bang. During the war, many of the Japanese participated in committing many crimes. In the rape of Nanking, 20,000 to 80,000 women and girls were raped by soldiers. They also forced up to 400,000 Koreans and Chinese into sex slavery. Other things they did were dissecting live enemies to study diseases that they carried, weaponizing those diseases in plague bombs, cannibalizing enemy soldiers for victory. And you've probably heard about what happened on December 7th, 1941. They also marched American and Filipino soldiers to death camps, resulting in up to 27,000 deaths.
The Pacific War also had many effects on the populations of the warring countries. There was much disease spread among the Pacific Islanders. These diseases were so particularly deadly because the islanders had never been exposed to these diseases before. Despite this, one good effect was that new medical technology was introduced to the islands, which saved many lives. Due to the Pacific War, many effects on politics were administered. First off, the American government was wary of Japanese citizens for being spies and even went as far to imprison many Japanese citizens with little cause. Also, the nuclear age began due to the bombings in Japan. Superpowers like the Soviet Union and the United States developed nukes and threatened to destroy the world. This left the world on edge for a few years, but the paranoia ultimately died down. Although being overlooked, the Pacific War was one of the most important wars in the history of the world. It influenced technology, culture, and society as we know it.